Hey everyone, Magpie37 here. Well, I'm going to start my part 2 of the wine making, and this is the racking stage, part 2. So I've got the wine ready, which is nice and clear, as you can see. They look so different in colour, don't they? It's a difference in glass, I think, but it's a little bit dark in here, isn't it? I don't know if you can make out the airlocks. The wine has finished. It has finished now for a few days, so I've been leaving it stand. It's very clear, as you can see. Both are finished. It's been 4 weeks since I made this wine, if you remember. I put this wine together about 4 weeks ago. Right, so the next stage now is to rack off the wine. Rack off the wine off the sediment on the bottom. I don't know if you can make out any there. There's very little sediment in the bottom. So I won't be losing much. And afterwards, let's come into the light. Afterwards I shall see if I can take a reading on how much alcohol we've got in the wine. This is an easy device which I bought on YouTube many years ago. Full instructions on the back, but I'll show you that afterwards now. First of all, I need to wash the bottle, demijohn to transfer to, and the equipment to use. I have made a solution which is 2 Camden tablets in a 1.5 pints of water. So I'm going to sterilise or sanitise everything, the bottle, the tube, siphoning tube, and of course the funnel. So right, let's get on with it. Clean the bottle. I've already started, as you can see. The trick is to get everything as clean as possible. I have washed this bottle thoroughly just before recording, so it's just a matter of emptying the water out. I have a nice little trick to empty the water out. I've probably showed you before. Let's put that over there out of the way. And this is my trick. Let's turn on the cold as well, otherwise it will get too hot. This is my method of getting rid of the foam out of the bottle. It works a treat. As you can see, all the foam has come out of the bottle. That's all I need to do now, is tip it all out. All the foam comes to the surface. Right, let's get on with that then, and I'll take you on to the next stage. Right, the next stage now is to sanitise my bottle, my demijohn. I wash it out thoroughly so there's no soap left in there. So I've mixed 2 Camden tablets in a 1.5 pints of water, which will sterilise or sanitise my demijohn. So pour that all that in. Right, as you can see, it's all in there, and if I can, I'll stand you on the windowsill right by there to show you the cleansing. Right, back in a bit. Right, let's move that out of the way. Give it a thorough shaking. As you can see, Camden tablets do foam up a little bit. That's nice and sterile now, which I'm going to put this back in the jug again. Try not to breathe in the fumes from the Camden tablets, it's not very pleasant. Right, we'll let that stand already. I'm going to sterilise my and of course the pipe. Quickly rinse this out. With hot water. Oh, that's hot. Right, followed by some sterilising solution. Empty that. Well, that's nicely sterilised. I'll keep that in there for a little bit. Just rinse off the outside to get the soap off. Right, let's empty that out. I'm going to put this in the jug, I think. I can roll it small enough. No, it won't fit in. No, it's alright anyway, it's clean now, it's clean inside, that's the main thing. Right, next stage now is for the racking of the wine. Right, let's dry my hands and I'll get back to you in a bit. Right, I'm using my trusty bucket to have some elevation on the demijohn. So the demijohn is standing in the sink just in case of any spillages. Let's turn that out of the way. As you can see, it's pretty clear. Just a little bit of sediment on the bottom. Don't know if you can make that out. The wine is pretty clear. Quite happy with that. So righto, next stage now is to set up the tube, which I've sterilised, sanitised. I keep saying sterilised, sanitised. People tell me you don't sterilise, you sanitise. So I'll have to remember the word sanitise. Right, let's get on with it. I'll set up the tube and everything, and I'll show you the racking or siphoning from one demijohn to the next. This is the boring bit, by the way. As you can see, it has stopped fermenting. There's no more fermentation going on there. It has stopped. So yeah. Right, let's get on with it. See you in a bit. Right, here we go. Set up the pipe already. Just place that in there. And sorry, we went to view then. Place that in there, and I'll try and control the speed of the wine coming down. You probably noticed I've got a peg there. That holds the pipe I can probably just about make it down there, and I'll feed it down slowly so it doesn't pull all the sediment in at the bottom. So I can control how deep I go and control the speed then of the wine with the tap on the end. So here we go. I'll set you up on the windowsill and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Right, see you in a bit. Right, let's start the process. As you can see, the wine is flowing lovely. Pegs are very handy things. Make sure it's clean. As you can see, the wine is coming in lovely. Lovely rosé coloured. Right, now I'm going to push down the pipe a little bit further, down to about halfway. You can see the liquid going down. Oh, and the smell is gorgeous, by the way. It's absolutely lovely. Right, I'm going to switch you off there now, and I'll catch you a bit later on when the coming towards the end of the bottle, towards the end of the demi-john. Alright, see you in a bit. As you can see, the wine is draining nicely, and I've just propped up the bottle just a little bit. I don't know if you can make out a peg underneath there, just to give the bottle a little bit of a tilt to get most out of the wine. It doesn't disturb the sediment, as you can see. It doesn't disturb the sediment. If everything was moved slowly, it doesn't disturb the sediment at all. So I'm going to be pushing this down gradually, not to disturb any sediment and not to suck any up. So the flow is nice, it's not too fast. As you can see, the bottle's filling up. So yeah. Lovely bit of wine. The smell is lovely. So I'm going to let that drain off there now, siphon off, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. Right, as you can see, I've finished. Very little sediment left in there and very little wine left. I used the that to elevate it a little bit more to get the rest out, so left with very little sediment and nothing in the wine. So yeah, so I'm going to refit the airlock and let this bottle stand for another week or so. Lovely cleanliness. Not quite crystal clear yet, but it's not bad at all. Quite happy with it. So we're going to let this stand now for a week or more, and we'll come to the bottling stage. Right, so I have another bottle of wine to do. Same process. I'm not going to show you both because it's a boring process really in one way, but yeah. So I'm going to wash out this bottle now so I can transfer that one into that bottle. Right, I'll show you some of the stages of that bottle in a bit. So basically the same as the other one, but I'll show you the washing anyway. Right, see you in a bit. Right, this will be the same process as washing the other bottle. I have washed it a bit now. Just thought I'd show you the brush and things, how it works with that little bend to reach the shoulder and the neck. It's a little bit hard one-handed, but exactly the same process as any other time. So just make sure it's all clean, and I'll transfer that wine then exactly the same way as I did the first one. So yeah, happy wine making everybody. Hope you enjoy the video, and I may see you on the third stage, which is the bottling. Alright then, take care everyone, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next. Ta-ra. Right, while the second bottle is siphoning off, I thought I'd show you the gadget to measure the strength of the wine. So the idea is, I don't know if you can see that, is to let the wine drip through the bottom. As you can see, there's a little drip there forming. Right, the idea now is to tip it out. Tip it out and stand it upside down. And given a minute or so, we shall have a reading. Not sure how long this is going to take. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little line coming down. Don't know if you can see that. I don't know if the camera will focus. No, I don't know if you can see that. Here we are. It's about 12%. 12% alcohol. Don't know if you make that out. 12% alcohol. So that's going to be a nice little wine. You can just about make out that there. It's a handy little gadget. I bought this on eBay, and I'll put a link on there. If I can find one on eBay, I'll put a link on there for you, so you can see for yourself and buy one yourself. Alright, so this is coming down nicely. Just push this peg down a bit, just avoid taking sediment. There's very little sediment in there. So yeah, thought I'd show you that, and wish you all the luck, and I'll see you all on YouTube. Alright, ciao.